Happy New Year, Australia. Welcome to another Big Couch Year 2015. Wow, where did Christmas go? Where did the Christmas trees go? Well, I can tell you, right behind the set, actually. But that's okay, different story. We've got a big couch, 511, coming up today. Check out who's on the show. The master of travel, his name is Steve Collins. He'll be here today with Neesha, talking about heaps of travel destinations. Later on, Paula and Clay talk heaps of music, all the latest news. And Annie Kay will be here to talk to Michael Tan in Kids Biz. Later, Cameron Lynch talks about all the latest movies around Australia and the world, all the big ones. And my favourite of all, folks, we have got Spin It to Win It. It's back again for 2015. We're going to give another home viewer the chance of winning a big Ozito prize. Hope you can stick around at home as well, because this is episode 511 and it starts now.
It's showtime on the couch. Yeah, it's showtime on the couch. You can see it from your house. You can watch it from your house. It's showtime on the couch with Fred and the best in town. Oh, it's showtime on the couch.
Oh, a very big show coming up today. Amber Reid is getting ready into position as we move things out of the way for her to perform the opening song. I've got to ask this question of the crew. They have a clue. Who wants to be a punk rocker? Anyone? No, they all said no. But Amber Reid does, and she's opening the show today. Here she is being a punk rocker on the couch.
Oh, I wish I was a punk rocker with flowers in my hair. 77, 69, revolution was in the air. I was born too late into a world that doesn't care. Oh, I wish I was a punk rocker with flowers in my hair. When the head of state didn't play guitar, not everybody drove a car. When music really mattered and when radio was king. When accountants didn't have control and the media couldn't buy your soul. When computers were still scary and we didn't know everything. Oh, I wish I was a punk rocker with flowers in my hair. 77 to 69, revolution was in the air. I was born too late to a world that doesn't care. Oh, I wish I was a punk rocker with flowers in my hair. When pop stars still remained a myth and ignorance could still be bliss. When God saved the queen, she turned a white, a shade of pale. When mom and dad were in their teens and anarchy was still a dream, and the only way to stay in touch was a letter in the mail. Oh, I wish I was a punk rocker with flowers in my hair. 77 to 69, revolution was in the air. I was born too late into a world that doesn't care. Oh, I wish I was a punk rocker with flowers in my hair. When record shops were still on top and vinyl was all that they stocked, and the super info highway was still drifting out in space. When kids were wearing hand-me-downs and playing games meant kick around, and footballers still had long hair and dirt across their face. Oh, I wish I was a punk rocker with flowers in my hair. 77 and 69, revolution was in the air. I was born too late into a world that doesn't care. Oh, I wish I was a punk rocker with flowers in my hair. I was born too late into a world that doesn't care. Oh, I wish I was a punk rocker with flowers in my hair.
You are truly amazing. Amber Reid, what an amazing performer, 15 years old. You can get out now. Thank you. If you just move to there. I'll come over in a minute. No, she's gone. That's all right. Amber Reid. Now, let me tell you about her. She's 15 years old. 28th of March at 3 p.m. she's going to be at the Joondalup Festival for half an hour. So, 28th of March, Joondalup Festival here in Perth. That young girl is going to be performing. 15-year-old. What an amazing voice. And because she's such a nice person, she's going to come back at the end of the show. She's going to go and get changed now, have a bit of a drink, refresh herself. do all the exercises, hit my mic, and then she'll come in and perform for us again. But somebody that's never performing for us, is Neesha Seth, and she's here with Steve. Over to you guys. There you go.
Thanks, Fred. And
Thanks, Fred.
Happy New Year, Steve.
Happy New Year, Neesha. Yeah, I hope it's a good one for you.
Yes, definitely. And I think I'm getting very excited because you've got some great travel destinations again this year.
Got it, yeah. Oh, yes. Hopefully we'll be doing a lot of travel this year and hopefully you'll be able to talk about them, yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. And I'm getting very excited about Japan because I believe that's your most recent place you've been.
Well, it's not the most recent, but it's the reason I thought I'd talk about Japan is because it's ski season up there at the moment.
Okay.
And I've got some friends have gone up there for the skiing. They've gone to Nagano, which was where the Olympics were the Winter Olympics were several years. And Chef Dale Sniffen, of course, who we know quite well.
Yes, we do.
He's going up there. If he's not up there now, he'll be up there soon. And he goes up there because, you know, last time I was here with him, we had a conversation, and he used to be a professional downhill skier. And he says...
I don't know if Fred knew that either.
No, well, there you go. I'm full of all the information.
You are. You're
but
quite gossip.
He told me that he goes up there to Hokkaido, which is the northernmost island in Japan, because the powdered snow up there, he reckons, is some of the best in the world. And in other places, we're not in Hokkaido at the moment. There we go, there's Hokkaido.
Lovely.
It's just fantastic. Look at that, the cable car. But the skiing there is fantastic. There's lots of room. It's a very mountainous region, as you can see. And of course, being the Northern Ireland, that's some of the food stuff you can get there. That warms you up. Après ski.
Lovely.
There's some lovely ladies in the kimonos.
Lovely ladies, yes.
Now, they're actually in Kyoto, but there we go. There's a little bit more down skiing there. And look, see that? You can see the powdered snow. You can see that there. Sorry?
That could be Dale.
That could be Dale. That's Shibuya. That's in the middle. And that's the... that's the Sky Tree, which is the tallest tower in Tokyo, and there we're making some soba noodles. Soba noodles are really good. They're very, very healthy for you.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's just fantastic. But yeah, so one of the reasons why I thought we'd talk about Japan again is because of the skiing there. There's really, really good skiing. It's not expensive skiing either.
Really?
And and of course it's a very mountainous country, so you've got some great slopes. And some good resorts as well to stay at. I've got friends up there, as I say, near Nagano. I've been looking at them on Facebook, and it's been fantastic. You see out their window, and it's just lovely. And they go, and because I have the hot baths there, and after you're skiing, you go in and you soak up in a hot bath. Because up there, you know, you shower before you get in the bath, because baths are for relaxing in. It's just great. There's so many areas up there. Hokkaido itself has got about 15 different areas all throughout the island, and it's one of the bigger islands up there. But what you do is, if you want to know about the skiing in Japan, the Japanese National Tourism Organisation, they're based in Sydney, and they are really great at helping you.
So you can go on tours as well if you're not that confident to go yourself.
Well, you can do tours, but a lot of people would just go up there by themselves. Yeah, Japan is really easy to travel around with on your own. One of the reasons is, if you're travelling, say, by train, for instance, all the signs are in English. They're in Japanese, of course.
So really tailored it for tourists.
And that the announcements on the train, they're all in English as well. And that's the other thing. If you contact the Japan National Tourism Organisation in Sydney, go on the internet or whatever, give them a call. They've got all the information. They've got all the information about the trains. They were so helpful to me when I was planning my trip. But they just send you all the information that you want about whatever you're into. If it's gardens, if it's temples, if it's food. Wow, it's just fantastic
so in terms of things like shopping as well, because some people go for skiing, but they might go for other things.
Yeah, you'd love it. You'd love the shops because there are these gigantic shopping malls up there.
I'm liking it more already.
Very good. Of course, floors and floors of shops. And of course, you've got 35 million people in the greater Tokyo area.
Million.
So they cater for that, and they're very, very modern. But you've got some places like in Kyoto, for instance. Kyoto is the ancient capital, and you've got some really good traditional areas there where you get the more traditional shops, and they're more arts and crafts, local arts and crafts and stuff. So there's something for everyone there. Don't ask me about the fashions. I have no idea about fashion.
That's okay. My next question is about fun. So, you know, the culture and tradition are important, but what about when you want to go out and have a good time?
Well,
I believe you know a few places to go.
There's heaps of places because they like to go out at night time. Depending where you are, of course. If you're in the ski areas, there's always après ski. There's always clubs and pubs and that to go to. certainly in Tokyo and Kyoto and Osaka and all the major cities, there's plenty of places.
Steve,
There's so much to do.
Am I right in hearing that they like to drink there quite a bit? They're into their...
Well, you know what they do like to,
You
because
better listen here.
and
Fred.
particularly if you've been out skiing, or even now where it's winter, you go there, you have a hot sake when you come in, and that's really nice.
Hot sake, that's
sake.
like that vodka drink, hot.
Well, no, it's a rice wine. It's not
Okay.
like vodka at all. But that's and they've got so many different types of sakes as well. It's like beers, but the beers are good too. Nice big.
What about nice
acidy.
red wines in front of a toasty fire?
Look,
looking over
you can certainly
nice
get
hill?
wine up there, but drinking wine is not one of their traditions.
Okay.
So it's a bit costlier if you want to drink wine. But certainly spirits aren't too bad. Beer's not too bad. But the big one is really sake if you want the traditional drink, and that of course goes very well with Japanese
Is it
food.
easy to get around? Like a lot of people like myself, not everyone hires
Ridiculously
cars.
easy to
Is
get
it really?
around.
Have
You
they got
don't want to
lots of
hire it.
different-
Oh, I would.
Especially when
I
you're
wouldn't
drinking
hire a car in Japan because it's the best way to get around is on the public transport.
Oh, they've
It's
got good
fantastic.
public
Yeah,
transport.
well, you can get a JR rail pass, for instance, which will allow you to go on the Shinkansens and bullet trains, etc. Or you can get passes for any of the cities, Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, if you're going to stay a few days there, and use all the public
And
transport.
have
They've
they
got
got those tri-shore things where a big person usually sits on the back and they all sweat?
Well, they
and
have.
see you
They
walking
have
towards-
in Kyoto. Yes, they had some very nice petite ladies ride in one of those, and the guy looked at me and said, "It's all right. I'm not going to ask." But,
'Cause
so
I
they
understand,
do, but
yeah.
they do in some of the more.
Do you know what? They're
traditional
really, really strong because I tried one of those up in Vietnam, and the man was about 90.
Yeah.
And he saw me walking towards him, and I reckon he aged about 100. And as soon as I sat on this thing, I nearly remember the seesaw thing where you sit on it and they go, "Bing!"
Yeah.
Well, that's what happened with him. He went flying up in the sky.
Well, I went to one in Thailand,
Yeah.
and I felt sorry for the poor bloke. So halfway through, I got off and said, "You hop on," and
you
I
hop
took
on,
him
I'll
for a
push you along.
ride.
I bought ours
It's
an
good
ice cream and a
exercise for
drink.
both.
Yeah,
No, it's wonderful. Is there anything else you're going to touch on with us?
Well,
Ozzy?
we've also
Shopping's covered.
Shopping's covered. Did you want to talk about Lisbon, of
Oh,
course?
yeah,
Because
Lisbon,
Lisbon's the
please.
capital of
Yeah,
Portugal.
yeah.
And the reason
Go
why I
for
want to talk about Lisbon is because it's the westernmost city in Europe. There we go. That's by the by the
Beautiful.
water side
Lovely.
down in Lisbon because
Very
it's
pretty.
that's one of the main squares. It's very
architecture.
historic because it wasn't for the Portuguese from Lisbon. Oh, the trams are fantastic there.
Wow.
They've got these old rattlers because it's very silly, and the beaches. It's
That
the
looks
only
amazing.
beach
European
resort
beach.
capital city in Europe.
How beautiful
And
is
it's
that?
just gorgeous, and you can go, and it's got good surfing there. They've got international
Cafes,
surfing
lovely.
competitions there. When you go to the cafes, of course, port comes from there. That is the most expensive chapel in the world, and it's because of all the gold, and that's the Discoveries Memorial. Because don't forget, you've got the Vasco da Gama. That's Prado. That's the music Prado, which is a traditional music.
very good
And
branded
that's just
bag.
an overall view of
How beautiful
Lisbon.
is that?
Yeah,
Stunning.
but of course, and that that's a Santa Luca elevator, and it's an elevator that was built by one of Gustav Eiffel's helpers, based on the Eiffel Tower, and it goes up 45 minutes because it's very, very hilly and it's very, very steep, and you go up the top of that, and there's a cafe and there's beautiful views. But it's a great city. It's the second oldest capital city in Europe after Athens.
Wow.
Okay,
So
didn't
it's
know
got a
that.
lot of
Yeah.
history
Yeah,
there, but
yeah.
you've got the Vasco da Gamas and the Ferdinand Magellans, all these people that went to India and were the first to circumnavigate the world, and the culture there, and we saw the cafes.
Yeah. And the
There's-
shopping?
The shopping is very,
need to know
very good. A
about
lot of
that. Sorry to
boutiques,
point at you.
but there's no. You can point as much as I.
That's rude.
A lot of small shops,
Yes.
cafes, tea rooms,
Okay.
bookshops. I love all that. The streets are very, very old, cobbled streets. You can walk amongst them or catch a tram down them. But their speciality is it's a custard tart. That is the sort of the traditional dish to have
Excellent.
when you have a coffee, and they are mint.
Well, hey, we could keep talking because
could.
your knowledge on all these different cities you come and talk about is amazing. So I think we'll obviously continue this off air, but
Yes, we will.
yeah. But you know, where else can we find out more information though if people are wondering?
Well, we've got radioroaming.com or listen to my radio station. We're on iTunes Radio, we're in TuneIn, or just go get an app and a radio app
Great.
and
You're
just
all over the
look up
place.
for Radio Roaming and you'll hear me.
Fantastic.
Sadly.
Fantastic. It's not sadly. Always a joy. Thank you so much for joining
Thanks,
us. And
Neesha.
we'll see you soon, or next week probably.
Oh, I don't know when. I'll speak to Fred about that.
Okay, well, see you very soon in any case.
Thank you, Neesha.
Thank you, no worries, Fred.
Thank you to Neesha. Thank you to our lovely Steve. And Steve, I want you to do a story on the train, the Garn.
Oh,
Can you do
that's
me a story about that,
fantastic,
maybe
yeah.
very soon?
Because they've made changes to it. They've included, they've got new tours as well.
Sounds fantastic. I've always wanted to go, so it'll be a cheap way of finding out how to travel there. That is Steve Collins, Radio Roaming, and that is Neesha. We'll see her later on the show, hopefully doing Spin It to Win It with me. After the break, Cameron Lynch is back with movies. Stay tuned. You're watching The Couch. Welcome back to The Couch here on Aurora Television, Foxtel around Australia on Channel 183 if you're wondering. And of course, don't forget you can catch The Couch on our website as well at 8 o'clock on our website, www.thecouch.com.au, live on a Sunday night as well. Just like you can catch this next guy, Cameron Lynch. Welcome back. Happy New Year.
Hi, Fred. Welcome to be here.
Nice to have you back.
Yes, welcome to be here in front of all the couches.
New hairdo.
New hairdo, new $10 hairdo. You can read all about that.
Now, we were talking about that, just the hairdo.
Yes.
$10 haircuts
Yes.
from F10, aren't they?
F10.
And they're just 10-minute haircuts. I don't know if you've got them all around Australia, but we've got them here in Perth.
They do not mess around.
They just-
And the proof is in the pudding. How good is this?
And how good is it that you don't even have to talk to the hairdresser? They just say how you want hair, and then they just do it.
And I just zoned out to Lilo and Stitch on the little screen
Little
there.
cartoon,
and then
love it.
8 minutes later, I'm out the door. So
And $10, how
Yes.
good. But $10 movies, have we got any today?
$10 movies. Yes, we have some $20 movies. And,
20?
And
I'm gonna
we
write
have
that down.
probably a $0 movie, but that's coming later. First up is called The Theory of Everything, which is quite a broad statement.
Sounds like a smart movie.
It is the life/biopic of a one Mr. Professor Stephen Hawking, which people might know from A Brief History of Time, and his numerous appearances on The Simpsons, which is a bit odd. People actually think he's a cartoon character, not an actual real person. So, insane astrophysicist, quantum physics, a lot of those sort of very high-level physics theologies and metaphysical physics. I'm tripping over my own words
that.
there. Yes.
Nice.
Basically, a biopic from him growing up, being a student and falling in love. And basically, when he becomes 21, he develops ALS, or motor neurons disease, or Lou Gehrig syndrome, as that's known, basically. Essentially, people are saying it's a very good film. It's currently scoring about, I think, about 80% on Rotten Tomatoes at the moment. The general consensus is it's very well put together. It does focus on very crucial aspects of his life. They do say the cinematography and the score and a few other aspects of the movie are a little cliched. So if you're a big movie buff, that might sort of affect you a bit. Otherwise, people are really enjoying this, and it's a very strong outing from the two leads. So let's have a look at the theory of everything.
You see how the men's shirts glow more than the women's dresses?
Yes.
Do you know why?
Why?
Tide.
The washing powder.
The fluorescence in the washing powder is caught by the UV light.
Why do you know that?
The universe is expanding. If you reverse time, then the universe is getting smaller.
All right.
What if I reverse the process all the way back to see what happened at the beginning of time itself?
Wind back the clock.
Wind back the clock until you get the universe born from a black hole exploding.
It's called motor neuron disease. Life expectancy is 2 years.
The brain. What about the brain?
The brain isn't affected. Your thoughts won't change. It's just no one will know what they are.
I could walk out, but I won't.
If you don't get up, I won't come back here again. Ever.
I wish someone take my place. Can't face
This
heaven.
is going to be a very heavy defeat.
I know what you'll think, that I don't look like a terribly strong person, but I love him, and he loves me. We're going to fight this illness together. Good luck.
Your black hole theory. It's brilliant.
To the esteemed Dr. Stephen Hawking.
You will never speak again.
Yes, he will.
My name is Stephen Hawking.
It's American.
Is that a problem?
One never knows from where the next great leap forward is going to come.
There should be no boundary to human endeavor. However bad life may seem, while there is life, there is hope.
Coming soon.
Yes, Eddie Redmayne from Les Miserables and Felicity Jones from Amazing Spider-Man 2. Great stand-up performances. That is out on the 29th, The Theory of Everything.
Beautiful.
So check it out if and when you can.
What's next?
Another British classic, maybe not. It's called The Kingsman, The Secret Service.
Oh,
this is
movie.
from Matthew Vaughn, who directed Kick-Ass. I don't know if I can say that on this channel.
Kick-Ass?
Yes, that's the one.
Okay.
Yes. Kick-Ass. Yes,
Kick-Ass.
that one. And based on the graphic novel by Mark Miller, basically a youth from the streets of the UK is taken in on a special Secret Service, very guy incognito thing to take on some evil forces. I haven't read the comic, obviously, but it is starring Colin Firth as one of the main characters, Michael Caine, and a young gentleman whose name escapes me, unfortunately, who's the main young character in this, and apparently he's not sort of featured on any of the posters with his name and stuff like that, but I will get it after this promo, obviously. So generally at the moment it's getting 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is ridiculous, but they generally get those super high scores when they haven't had enough general consensus out of 12 reviews. But they're saying it's a fantastic action flick, basically turn off your brain.
When you say 12 reviews, they got 100.
Yes.
Oh,
So
wow,
so they're all saying they enjoy it. So
that's
yes,
pretty good.
So it's doing very well at the moment. But yeah, basically they say turn off your brain, go and enjoy this sort of comic book adaptation. It is what it is. I like to see Samuel L. Jackson doing something besides Samuel L. Jackson, which is just yelling indiscriminately. But we'll let you be the judge. This is Kingsman: The Secret Service.
Huge IQ, great performance at school, but you gave up. Drugs, petty crime, never had a job. Set you on a certain path, but you needn't stay on it.
Who are you? The man who got you released.
I've never met a tailor before, but I know you ain't one.
Come with me. What do you see? I see a young man with potential. Pull the hook on your left.
Oh, yes. Very nice. What does this do? Electrocute you?
Don't be ridiculous. It's a hand grenade.
Shut up. That is sick.
We are an independent international intelligence agency operating at the highest level of discretion. The Kingsman agents are the new knights.
You are about to embark on the most dangerous job interview in the world.
Felt sorry for the boy, did you? He will find this humiliating.
He's as much Kingsman material as any of them.
We're here to enhance your skills, test you to the limit. You need to solve problems under pressure, like what to do when one of your group has no parachute.
Interested? Manners maketh man.
I have trouble understanding you people sometimes. You all talk so funny.
And what about him? What makes him so special?
Put it back.
Fantastic movie.
Excellent. Taron Egerton is the young man's name there, and you'll probably see a lot more of him.
And he's done nothing.
As far as I know,
nothing notable.
he's quite literally a no-namer. I don't even think he has an IMDb.
Okay.
So, which is doesn't mean he's no good, but it's just it's good that they've taken someone they actually trust so much and put him into prominence for this potential franchise.
He could end up doing a franchise of these things.
Absolutely, and that is out on the 5th, I believe. So check it out in theaters then.
What's our last movie?
Last movie is called The Gambler. It features a pug-nosed, whiny Mark Wahlberg once again, gambling stuff. I don't know. To be honest, it's quite boring. It's also starred Jessica Lange as an actress, as his mother, I guess, who's far better actor than Mark Wahlberg is, and also John Goodman. If you want to see a good gambling movie, you should probably watch the original movie this was based on, called The Gambler. It's also starring James Caan and Paul Sorvino. Or another good gambling movie is called Rounders from 1998, featuring Matt Damon, Ed Norton as a character named Worm, and a John Malkovich doing a ridiculously over-the-top Russian accent. It is quite a good movie. So I will just watch Casino again. Here's The Gambler.
I know you're in real trouble. I don't want to know the nature of your problem. But you have to understand, I've said goodbye before to people I love.
Yeah, whatever did happen to Dad?
Sit down. I've seen you be $500,000 up.
I've been up $2.5 million.
What'd you put away?
Nothing.
You get up $2.5 million. Any in the world knows for the rest of your life, that puts you at a level. Somebody wants you to do something. Boss pisses you off. A wise man's life is based around you. If I give you this money and you don't pay me back, there are no rules. You get up, you get out. What do you want to be able to say to me? I have a car and a house and it's all paid for.
The Gambler.
Oh, sorry.
And it's not about our assistant here, Barbara Cher's mum, going to the casino. Can I just tell you, she's a bit of a gambler.
That would be a more interesting movie. Out
Probably
also
would be,
on the
actually.
5th, but go see Kingsman Secret Service, or obviously those other movies I mentioned. Now onto the top 5, because
Yes,
we're getting the
you've got
wind
them
up. I have the top 5 right here.
No graphic today, you're just going to read it.
Sources Yahoo,
Number
7
5.
movies. Number 5, The Imitation Games.
Beautiful.
Number 4, Big Hero 6.
Yep.
Number 3, Penguins of Madagascar. Number 2, Into the Woods. And number 3, Taken 3.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Cameron Lynch. Are you back next week?
If you send me an email asking me to come back next week, I will be back next week.
You'll be back next week.
Fabulous.
Funny enough. We hope that you're back next week as well. But to come back next week, we'll give you an incentive to win a $50 voucher thanks to our good friends at Faster Pasta. Check this out.
At Faster Pasta, you've loved our 8 for $8.90 lunches so much, we've brought back your favorite 8 for $8.90 lunches. Your favorite 8 for $8.90 lunches, only at Faster Pasta.
And if you'd like to win yourself a $50 Faster Pasta voucher, all you need to do is put the code word on the screen right now, Faster Pasta. Spell it as it is. Even if you spell it wrong, we'll give it to you. 0439 929 929, because you don't spell faster that way. 0439 929 929. Put your name and address on the SMS. You must put your name and address. And one lucky person from anywhere in Australia will win a $50 voucher, thanks to our good friends at Faster Pasta. Spelled like that. Thank you very much to them. We need to take a break, because coming up after the break, we've got Annie Kay still coming up, we've got Spin It to Win It, and heaps more. We've got Paula and Clay doing music. Stick around, you're watching The Couch. Welcome back to The Couch on Aurora Television, Foxtel. Thanks for your time today. I hope you're enjoying the show. And thanks for coming back for 2015 for brand new episodes of The Couch. And thank you to these two people looking very bright and attractive today.
Thank you very
We've got Clay and his lovely wife, Paula, with her beautiful orange, pink, salmon, peach. I think I've covered everything.
I'm obviously more attractive though.
Yes, well, she's slightly, just slightly. But the hairdo, I tell you what, it's competition here.
I'll tell you what.
You're on the border.
Yeah.
You guys been busy?
We have been.
Had a good New
flat
Year.
out.
Did you do anything big? Any New Year's resolutions this year?
No, we decided
Working
not to
on
do. No,
Yeah.
we didn't do New Year's
Oh,
resolutions.
you do the whole, I'm going to lose weight next year. As you can see, I've been doing it every year.
Well, I'll do it, and then come January 2nd, it's
gone.
back into the leftover ham.
Oh, that's like Barbara, one of our crew here. She's on a diet every week after we go out for dinner. It works for her. She's got a system. It works. But system in music, we're going to talk about Kanye West.
Yeah, we have to. Well, not really him, more of his fans. He posted a, what do you call it?
Tweet on Twitter.
He posted one of those things.
Yeah.
Talking about that he might be possibly working with Paul McCartney.
Who's Paul McCartney?
For those who don't know, who've been living under the rock for the last 100 years, Paul McCartney was a Beatle, or the Beatle, wouldn't you say?
And he was a famous, but he still is famous.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's world renowned.
But
And
what
his
is
wife.
his fans were just? I don't know. They must be like 12 or something. They
So
don't
was
know
this
who it
real?
was.
For real? He didn't know who he was?
Yeah.
No, he knew who
He
he
knew
was.
who he
The
was.
fans started posting, oh, wow, awesome that Kanye's helping out new talent. And who's this Paul McCartney guy? He's about to blow up.
Oh, so we're talking about a different generation, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
That don't have a clue.
Well, I even had to check with my daughter to make sure she knew
Did she know who he was?
Well, she goes, yeah, he's one of those ladybugs. I went, What? She goes,
Wasn't he a ladybug?
like Beetle, one of those Beetles, I said. So she knew who he was, but...
And isn't it funny? Kids will probably know the songs.
Yeah,
that he sings,
definitely.
But that's not
the Beatles. But
Paul McCartney doesn't sing that. That's sung by Kanye, or that's sung
and
by
not being horrible.
One Direction.
But do you reckon most kids would probably think that he's passed away? He's like, not ABBA hasn't died, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, were they like 20 years ago?
Yeah.
And you're like, no, he's still alive and he's still singing.
That's right. We still get questions like, was there colour TV when you were a kid? Yeah.
Obviously not, because you like a bit
I'm
of...
like bright colour today.
You're into the romantic thing.
Telephones were on cords back then.
Well, do you know what? When you look at technology, music, the way we used to listen to music on the record, I remember in my days when ABBA used to release the little single, the 45 I used to call it, and I used to rush out to the Subiaco markets and get the little single, and he'd come home and put the little
needle on.
Well, then in our one, it was the cassette tape where you'd like use a pencil to rewind it and things like that.
Or you'd record it off the radio and you'd hit the black button, the red button, you had the same.
Yeah, at the same time.
And you just hit
so it's all that big
and you just
generation.
wish the DJ would shut the hell up so you can get the whole song.
And do you remember we'd record it and you'd end up with half the song missing at the end?
That's right.
Oh, the good days of piracy,
the good old
copyright.
music. So, you can't really blame the kids. It's just that generation gap and they don't know what the music is.
It's the way it is now, just like this new program of The Voice.
Oh,
why would they bring it back again?
Oh,
why wouldn't they?
It's a good show. It is a good show.
Only because you were on it.
Yeah, I
You've
still
got
love that
residual
show.
rights on it. I reckon they're still paying you. What's happening? Is it coming back?
It is coming back, and this year Kylie's not there, Will.i.am's not there, but they've brought in Jessie J.
Yep.
And Jessie J. Delta's come back, and Benji and Joel Madden are there as well, and Ricky.
When's it all starting?
Probably April-ish again.
So they'll start doing
still a while.
auditions and all that sort of thing?
Yeah,
Still
pretty
in
much.
Sydney?
I'd imagine auditions are well underway.
Are you allowed to re-enter again? Would you be able to again if you guys wanted to?
I'm not sure. We could.
You're not interested?
Well, I like it.
I
We
wouldn't
wouldn't
mind.
know. It would be cool to go back and see what you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'd give it all another go?
Absolutely, of course we would.
You love your music.
All an experience,
Yeah.
eh?
Get us more gigs.
I'd like to try
Are they
it.
talking about anything different this year? Maybe the spinning chair thing?
There was rumour that they opened up auditions to the Kiwis.
Oh yeah, to New Zealand. I think that's what they said.
Oh, so
Wasn't me, to the Kiwis. I'm a Kiwi.
Come on, bro. Please, bro.
Yeah, so they've opened it up. We're not sure if that's true or not, but that's what we've heard so far.
And why not? They're our fantastic friends across the ocean there.
Yeah.
So The Voice is back on Channel 9 again. They're taking it again. And I wish they didn't, because I don't know. I don't think it's as popular. They've done 3, haven't they?
Yes,
sort of
this is the
dwindled away
First
after
one I
the
didn't
first
mind.
one.
Second one was and I loved the first. I'll say the first was new, and I kept watching it. Second I switched on, and then third I switched off.
I have a feeling this year is going to be amazing.
I hope so.
I really think it is.
It's great for talent, and that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Australian talent getting
Definitely,
opportunities.
definitely.
So good luck to Channel 9 with the new Voice series. Starts about April. Survival.
Survival concert. That's
What's
on
that?
Australia Day. So that's
Yeah.
And
it's
here I
being
thought
held
you
in
meant
Perth.
if you survive Australia Day, then you're going to talk about a survival concert. What are they doing on that?
It's heaps of local talent. We've got the Dulcitones coming back, and the Mirandas will be playing as well.
Oh, who are they?
Oh, look, they're these.
Are they those
Look,
guys?
no,
that
they're pretty
sing
big deal.
Soul music.
They're a pretty big deal, I have to say. I've seen them a few times.
Oh, there's a couple of hot performers in that.
Well,
only 2.
you'll
but
have
the
to
other-
see them. They're it's playing at the Supreme Court Gardens.
Yep.
on
Here
Australia Day.
On Australia Day in Perth. So go down and check it out if you're in Perth.
And what's
If
it
you're
called?
not in
Survival
Perth, well,
concert.
Survival
So
concert.
do we need to get tickets?
No, it's all just
All free.
go through. Yeah.
Beautiful. So Australia Day, Survival concert.
Yep.
Check out the Dulcet Tones. The Mirandas playing as well.
The Mirandas are playing as well.
Fantastic local talent. Please support them. And I tell you, I wouldn't say that. They've been on the show. They're awesome. Ed Sheeran. Ed Shameen.
It's Shameen.
We're talking about local talent.
Local
now.
talent. So
Is
our
that what it says? EP.
EP, yeah. So what it is our local girls that have been on the couch, Shamim and Cody Lee.
Now, she's the lady, for those people who don't know, that's saying, turn it on, turn it up. The Clean Heat Gas song that the
That's
Japanese wrote.
Yep, well, she's just released her not her debut, one of her EPs, and you know she's amazing. She's going on tour all over Australia. She's going to Melbourne and Sydney.
She's doing so
And
good.
we're
She's
looking at having
amazing.
her on the show very soon too, because
Yeah,
I know that they want
absolutely.
to do the new
I caught her
new
last
stuff.
time she was here.
She's
Absolutely.
fantastic.
And then our other friend, Cody Lee, who's also played guitar on
Now,
Hit
Cody
Country
Lee
singer.
was from The Voice as well?
Yep, and she's based in Bunbury, and she's released her album on iTunes and EP as well. So if you want to support local music, get on iTunes and buy Shamim and Cody Lee down.
And what have you guys got going for you in the next month?
We got Fringe Festival.
Fringe Festival, so we're as part of Fringe Festival in
both playing at
Scarborough at
Fringe
the pop-up tent, and Yeah, it's just lots of music.
Would you like to read the top 5 singles and albums? We don't have a graphic this week, so you can take it amongst yourself and share it. Let's go with the number 5, a single.
Elastic Heart by Sia.
Number 4.
Number 4, Hold Back the River by James Bay.
Number 3.
Take Me to Church by Ozito.
Number 2.
Uptown Funk by Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars.
And number 1.
Cheerleader, Felix.
We should have got you to sing these songs, you know. Can you sing the number 1 song? Anyone know the words to it?
Don't know it.
You don't know any of them? What about the albums? What about the top 5 albums? Number 5?
Meghan Trainor, Title.
You know her, When Your Mouth Is Moving, You're Lying. That one. Something like
That's
that.
all about the bass, about the bass. No.
My mama told me. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I just know it off by heart.
Number 4.
Number 4?
What is it?
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
X.
X.
Oh, X.
That's
Okay,
the
here we
album.
go.
Number 3?
Fall Out Boy, American Beauty, American Psycho.
Number 2?
Uptown Special, Mark Ronson.
Number 1?
Taylor Swift, 1989.
Beautiful. We should have used the graphics. I just wanted to test you. They do work. I just didn't want to use them
So
today.
awkward.
I know. So, thank you very much for being
Thank you for having us. See you again.
Glad to be back this year
Oh,
with you.
yeah, definitely.
And look forward to your next appearance, maybe next week or the week after.
Yeah.
Well done.
Cool.
Paula and Clay, people, thank you very much for being on the couch. We need to take a quick break. Be back with more of The Couch. Spin it to win it and more coming up right after this. Stay with us. You're watching The Couch on Aurora.
If you're looking for more info on anything you've seen on today's show, head to thecouch.com.au. It's where you'll find all the links for our guests, plus clips from the show, backstage photos, and even exclusive movie reviews. You can also sign up as a Couchie and be part of our competitions, including Spin It to Win It. New Zealand viewers, that's open to you too. So jump online and check it out now. thecouch.com.au.
With me in the studio today, we've got some fantastic people. We've got the people from CAHRS. We've also got the people from the Canning Performance Group. Now, I'm going to introduce them before we throw to Neesha. We've got Cameron, please take a bow. Oh, you did that really well. Marie Allen, please take a bow. And Jess, don't smile or anything because I wouldn't want to ruin your life or make you do anything you don't like doing. You're never happy, are you? No. This is Jesse, so enjoy as much as you can from his non-laughter. But over to you, Neesha. I hope you've got some happier people over there. These kids, can I just say, just quickly, sorry, can we just say these kids are going to be doing things, as well as you, Marie, you can be one of the kids today. They're going to be doing some things behind the scenes here, so please don't get too scared. They're not going to hurt anyone. Over to you, Neesha.
Thank you, Fred. I think you're a bit of a performer too, and you might join them later, maybe? No. Look, I'm joined back on the couch again. Welcome back, Ryan. Now, you're the events officer from the Cannington Exhibition Centre.
Yes, yes. So basically, you know, we run a lot of community groups and a lot of events through the year, one of which is the Canning Performance Troupe. And this is their 3rd year that they've been established now. And in that time frame, they've done some impeccable things. We've just finished a really successful year. 2 plays were originally produced, one of which was a pantomime, which has just finished. We played to a full house. It was fantastic. And now we're already on to the next project with a fantastic idea ahead.
Yeah.
We've got
Andrew.
We've got Andrew.
Or Andrew Luke, as we commonly call him on the couch. Welcome along.
Artistic director of Revellers Theatre, and he's joining us from. He has worked with us before on a few things, but he will be joining us for a specific project this year.
Fantastic.
The greatest show on earth, a circus story, we will be producing.
Well, that sounds very impressive. Tell us about that.
Yes, as far as the actual show goes, it's my connection with Murdoch University, which is where I'm doing a PhD degree. And
so you're going to be Dr. Andrew Luke soon. Very
hopefully
good.
in a couple of months.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe.
Excellent.
And the show itself has been written by my supervisor back in 2000, and we've taken it overseas to Malaysia in 2011, and some of the actors have actually come back and put it in Mandurah, in the Mandurah Performing Arts Centre as well in 2011.
That's
so it's
wonderful.
a show with a bit of history.
Okay, and the cultural, you know, going into another country to perform is obviously a great experience. How did the people receive it in Malaysia?
Oh, extremely well. We've taken Shakespeare over to Malaysia, and children's theatre shows. So we shows for kids and shows for adults as well with the Shakespeare, and it's received extremely well with our colleagues that we have over there as well that pave the way and tell them what we're doing. We also do workshop classes for all the students in different schools, and it's wonderful.
That's great. And Ryan, you know, I guess you work with a lot of different artistic directors and organisations.
Yeah.
So, you know, tell us about, I guess, this time of the year you're building and planning for the year ahead.
Absolutely.
What's on your agenda?
Absolutely. Well, I mean, the idea behind getting Andrew on board to work with the crew on this production is we want to offer the South Metropolitan area a real large, full-on approach of anything full of festivities, anything full of productions, anything full of colour, arts, and this play that Andrew came to us with kind of has it all. It's we're planning to turn the exhibition hall into a large, big top circus tent, so I'm
wow, that's
getting
very
the
grand.
quotas in for all the
Very
materials to hang
Good.
from the riveters of the ceiling and all that, and we're going to seat the audience in a big circle auditorium.
Yeah, absolutely. So like they're actually in the centre of the performing ring as opposed to the other way around.
Definitely.
And all the performers are going to be acting around them, which is going to be
That's
great.
wonderful. And of course, when I know that when Ryan's been on the show before, we talk about how engaging, you know, theatre sports in essence is. So, you know, with your particular show this year, how many, you know, how many people are going to be involved, and what do I expect when I go into the circus troupe and watch?
Well, Andrew's actually going to start with a few workshops once we get back in February.
Okay.
Circus skills, because we're a circus story, so there'll be juggling, and we do have a unicycle and some stilts to work with. And then we're going into a bit of commedia work, which is what you see behind with the masks. It's about showing the characters that are recognisable straight away. So you see the sad character, and as soon as you see that person, you know what they're going to be like for the whole play, and people are going to try and make them happy. So those stock characters we see as an audience. And the theatre that I like is children's theatre, which is theatre and education, not just theatre for entertainment. It's something you come and see, and there's an educational element to it. So you walk away with a bit of information about how you should treat other people around you, and it's extremely useful.
That's wonderful. You know, there's a real story and a real gain to be had. So people can get involved if they want to. So if we have any aspiring circus people out there, they could contact you.
Well, the workshops will launch on February 12th. And Andrew will be running the 3 workshops through with them. And he'll gauge from the workshops who can aspire to what parts of the play, and it'll be cast in-house, so we'll look at who will fit what roles best and how we can sort of situate them in the performance.
Bit of singing as well.
So musically inclined, and from there it'll be a matter of you know, script reading, rehearsals, and producing the greatest show on earth, a circus story.
Wonderful. It sounds very exciting. So did you want to tell the audience where they can go to find out more, or how to make contact?
They can either come and look at us on Facebook, so there's either the Cannington Exhibition Centre, they can get through us through the Canning Show, or they can get to us through our website, which is CAHRS.com.au, which of course stands for Canning Agricultural, Horticultural and Recreational Society.
Oh, well done. That was a great test in pronunciation. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on the couch.
No worries.
Best of luck with the show. I'm sure Fred and the team will make an effort to come too, because these guys are very funny back there, so I'm being distracted very quickly. But of course, thank you. We'll see you again. And of course, if you missed any of that, you can go to thecouch.com.au. Back to you, Fred.
Thank you, Neesha. Can I just thank the kids over here and also the adults? Come on over. We've got here. Come on over. It's all right. We have to see you in this camera, you see. This is Cameron. Thank you. Now you can go away. Marie Allen, thank you very much for being part of it. And we've got Jess here, who actually did smile, but you didn't see it on camera.
Oh, that's nice. See, he can be
His
happy.
face is cracked, so you can actually see all the makeup's cracked. So he's not a good actor, but he's not a bad actor. Well done. Thank you very much. And now thank you to Neesha, thank you CAHRS, and thank you to Andrew. And thanks to the Canning Performance Group. And we wish you the best success in the next venture that you're doing coming up very soon. So well done. And please support them at home, because they do a great job, and hope the community does get behind it, because it's all about local theatre as well. That's it from me. Thank you for Neesha. And now it's back to my good friend Fred with Spin It to Win It. Well, there we go. What can I say? Wasn't that Fred presenter really good?
Oh, he was amazing.
And that Neesha was amazing.
She was okay.
Fantastic. Yeah, she was great. We have got a contestant today, Neesha, that should be on the phone because she's on holiday, but she's not on the phone. Who are we playing for today?
We're playing for Samantha Bradder, and apologies if I didn't pronounce that correct, but North Perth, so not far from here.
So we're going to play for her, but I think Samantha wants to know what she's playing for today, so let's take a look.
On the wheel tonight, you could win one of these fantastic prizes. Cleaning the backyard will be easy with this garden collection cart. Its 160 litre capacity and removable scoop make it the perfect gardening companion. Make your mark on your valuables with this electric engraver. Suitable for engraving a wide variety of materials, including metal, aluminium, plastics and brass. Or how about a staple and nail gun? This easy to load staple and nail gun features a pressure actuated safety nose and can output up to 20 shots per minute. Great for reupholstering your tired furniture. It's a twin cutter kit. The twin tungsten carbide blades give clean, cold cuts in metal, plastics and wood. It's the ultimate DIY tool. Or how about an angle grinder kit? It's got large 125mm grinding capacity and has a spindle lock, making it easy to change discs. It also features a safety lock on-off switch for added peace of mind. Or a buffer polisher. It can be used for cars, boats, granite, marble and stainless steel surfaces. With its random orbital action, it achieves an excellent finish without the swirl marks. Or how about an electric lawn edger? The 1400 watt motor delivers the power to create neat lawn edges and trenches. It features a 190mm blade, 3-level depth adjustment and telescopic handle for a more comfortable use. Any one of these prizes could be yours when you spin it to win it.
Neesha, I don't know if you noticed, but that voiceover guy seems to love the sound of his voice.
He was going for a long time.
His reads are longer than our segment.
That's true, but it's good.
So what's the story? What are we going to do for Samantha?
Well, I think Samantha's going to be quite lucky today because I need to pick a number.
Yep.
That's correct, and I'm getting better at this segment, by
So
the way.
from 1 to 7, you're going to pick a number.
1 to 7.
What happens if she lands on that number?
If she lands on that number, she doesn't win everything, but she wins one thing.
No, she wins everything.
Everything?
Everything.
Oh, Fred,
I know
come
it
on.
sounds unfair.
Really?
It is unfair, Samantha.
Everything?
It is unfair. If she
Lucky-
lands on
lucky
2, she will win what's on 2. But if you pick 2 as being her number, and it actually stops on that number, she wins everything on the wheel. So
I'm going to stick to being a psychologist.
So what I need you to
now.
do is pick a number for her from 1 to 7. What are you going to pick?
I will pick 4.
Okay, spin the wheel. Now, if it lands on 4, not only will you win what's on 4, you'll win everything else on the wheel.
Okay.
So we better hope that she doesn't land on 4. She'll clean us out on our first show. And I've got some great news about winning some paint scrapers very soon, so please stay tuned.
Okay, so we're nearly there. Oh, I'm really sorry, Samantha, but you're not on 4. So what does she get then?
It landed on number 4. You've got
Number
the sheet.
5.
What's number 5?
Oh, I do have the sheet.
What does it
That's
say?
very good. An angle grinder. So what does an angle grinder
An angle
do, though?
grinder, you go like this on an angle and go, and it grinds things on an angle.
All right, lovely.
There you go.
That's
We're
good.
pretty well.
done, Samantha. That's
But
great.
you know, Samantha, you've got 30 minutes, Samantha, to ring us. Because you're not on the phone and because we couldn't get you in the studio, you've got 30 minutes to be involved. If you're not, we will cross you off as a couch and never talk to you again. And you will never be able to come into the studio ever again or walk past Leederville or even be in Perth. So give us a call, 0439 929 929, 0439 929 929. It's that fairness. No, I'm serious. I'm actually quite serious.
Don't worry.
Look, I'm serious.
Samantha.
But if, you know, Tony on the floor said to me, Fred, how can I be part of the wheel? How do I do that, Neesha?
Well, don't ask me. We need to ask our friendly voiceover guy, Adrian, again. Back to you, Adrian.
If you'd like to be a contestant on Spin It to Win It, all you have to do is head to thecouch.com.au. That's thecouch.com.au. Sign up as a couchie and you'll automatically be registered to play. Back to you, Freddie.
Look at this, Neesh. Do you know what that is?
That is a paint scraper.
And do you know what it does?
It scrapes paint.
You and I should do a renovation show. We are good. I knew what an angle grinder was. Yes, thank you very much. Tony's just told us something else as well. Now, what we're going to do is we've got 20 of these to give away thanks to Ozito. They're left over from last year. We're going to give them away randomly to people who join up as a couchie from anywhere in the world. If you join up as a couchie, you may win one of these. They're worth about $50. So if you'd like to win one, become a couchie. Who's next week's contestant?
Next week, we have Phil Cleaver from Medina. So, Phil, I'm very excited because hopefully I pick the right number next week and you win everything.
Well done. Thank you to Neesha. Thank you to your home for watching our first show. Thanks to all our crew. We've got the crew here, Tom, Tony, Barbara, and we've got Alan, and we've also got Brendan, Marcella, Craig and Adrian directing today. First show back, episode 511. Next week's contestant, we've said who it is. Yes, we have.
We have Mr. Phil. will.
We're going to go out with a wonderful lady. Her name is Amber Reid. She's only 15 years old and she's singing a beautiful song. Have you got any diamonds?
Diamonds, no, not at the moment.
No diamonds. She needs a man with diamonds.
No, how can Barney?
We'll go out. We'll see you next week. Thanks to Neesha. We'll see you next week, Australia. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Fine by the beautiful sea, I chose to be happy. You and I, we're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star, I see a vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, I'm alive. We're like diamonds in the sky. I knew that we'd become one right away. Oh, right away. At first sight, I felt the energy of sun rays. I saw the light inside, so shine bright tonight. You and I were beautiful like diamonds in the sky. I too are so alive. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Palms rise to the universe as we moonshine in Mali. Feel the warmth, we'll never die. We're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star, I see a vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, we're alive. We're like diamonds in the sky. At first sight, I felt the energy of sun rays. I saw the light inside your eyes. Tonight, you and I were beautiful like diamonds in the sky. I too are so alive. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. So shine bright tonight. You and I, we're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. I too are so alive. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Beautiful like a diamond. So shine bright tonight. You and I, we're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. I too are so alive. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Whoa, yeah. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond.